Hey, hi YouTube. In this video, we are going to see how we can connect our AWS Bedrock Foundation Models with Langchain, so that from Langchain we can access the LLM models or embedding models, all the foundation models of AWS Bedrock. Okay, so what actually you require, first one is AWS access key ID, AWS secret access key, and whatever region name you are having, and the model ID which you are going to use. So I'm not going to in the AWS part, because I think if you have and let's suppose in Bedrock, if you have granted for some models, I think you can easily create some access key ID and secret access key. Just we need the two things. Okay, then if you are if you are not able to create access key and secret key, so this is where you can create it. Like, you have to go to AWS management console, then you have to click on your profile, and then inside my security credentials you can just go to the access key and select create new access key, and click on this access key and save or download the access key and secret key, secret access key. Okay, you can easily do it. Okay, so we are going to import Boto3, and if you don't have, you can install it. Just go and pip install Boto3. Okay, and then we are going to use OS, because I'm going to show you two methods how you can access the models in Langchain. Then we are doing this line like from .in import .in, because we are going to store our keys in environment variables. Okay, so here it is. I have created a .env file where I have just you have to put your keys, AWS access key ID and AWS secret access key. Okay, so then we are just for showing some example, I am importing something like standard output parser, prompt template, very basic Langchain. Okay, then this is the important part. If you want to access chat models, so it is defined inside the package langchain community.chatmodels.bedrock, so you can use import bedrock chat. Okay, so there are two ways. Like, first of all, you can store your keys inside this variable having these two names. Okay, and then what you can do is you can also store your credentials in your it will be somewhere in, if you are using Windows, it will be somewhere here, like C users, your username, and then there will be a hidden folder called .aws. If you are using Mac OS, this will be the location, and if you are using Linux, this will be your location. Okay, so if let's suppose you are using Windows, and inside this location, if you are not able to see a .aws directory, you can just go to this location and just create a .aws directory, and then you can create a credential file. Okay, I'm not talking about a text file or something, just a plain credential plain file, and you can store like this. First one is the username, okay, or the profile name. So I'm naming it as Bedrock Zaki. You can name anything, and then put your access key ID and AWS secret access key. Okay, so it should be like this only. Okay, now so these are the two ways. So we will first we will see if we are going to store our variables in environment. So this is how we load our environment variables, and this is how if we are going to store our keys in this environment variables, this is how we can do it. Okay, so okay, if you don't know about Boto3, okay, so what it is basically an official AWS SDK for Python. It allows Python developers to interact with various AWS services such as S3, EC2, DynamoDB, or many others. Okay, so let's see this piece of code where we are trying to create a client. So first of all, we are doing boto3.client. This method basically provided by the Boto3 library to create a client for interacting with AWS services. So Bedrock runtime, this is the name of AWS service. This one is this is basically the name of service, and then we are accessing key and the access key ID and secret access key, because we are trying to access through the environment variables, and this is the variable name, so you can name it anything. Okay, so this is what, okay, this is important because this should be the same. Okay, here variable can be anything. Okay, and then we are passing the region, which is US East 1. Okay, this is one way we can create the client. The second way is this: if you are storing the AWS credentials in this location, because sometimes if whatever feels you good, okay, if you are storing in this location your credentials in this credential file, so this is how you can perform. Okay, so this is much easier one. So you have to create a session. So like if you try to understand this snippet, so this code snippets like create a session using a specific AWS profile. So this is what profile looks like, because in your .aws credentials file you can have multiple profiles. Okay, so this is one of the profile, and the access key and the secret access key. Okay, then what we are doing, importing boto3 session. So this import the boto3.session module, which provides a way to create a custom session with each specific configuration. Then we are creating a session. So boto3.session.session, then we are passing the profile name, which is Bedrock Zaki. So this creates a session object with the AWS profile Bedrock Zaki, and the profile is defined AWS credential files. Here it is. So inside this profile there are two keys, access key and secret access key. It will access it automatically. Okay, then we are creating a client is equal to session.client bedrock runtime and region name. So here we are passing the service name, which is Bedrock runtime AWS service, and then we are passing the region. Okay, so you can create clients by any means. Okay, so you can use any one of them. Okay, then we have to pass the model ID. So the model that we are going to use. So if you don't know your model IDs, so you can go to this link, and here you can see whatever model ID you are going to use. So in this, okay, you can use any kind of model. If you want to use Sonnet, this is the model ID. If you want to use Haiku, this is, if you want to use Opus, this is the model ID. Okay, it's as simple as that. Then we can pass some model clocks like max token, temperature, top P, top K, some hyperparameters. Then we are creating a LLM, which is Bedrock Chat. We are passing the client, which we have created by, you can use this one or this one. Okay, and then we are passing model ID, model clocks. Now our LLM is ready. We can use this LLM. So just to show example, I have created a template. Like you are a math teacher having 10 years of experience of teaching math. You will be given a problem, you have to solve it and give the result. And we are passing a variable which is in question. So we are creating a prompt template, and input variables is question, template is question. Basic how we create a prompt template. Then we are creating a chain. So this is basically the new LCL syntax, where we pass the template, LLM, and standard out parser, and then let's invoke. So math tutor chain.invoke, we are passing a question because this was our variable. Okay, so using the quadratic formula, find the roots of quadratic equation to 2x square minus 7x plus 6 is equal to 0. So it's a very this model is pretty good. I'm using Haiku. I was using Haiku for it. Okay, so here you can see. So I think the answer is correct. Like it should be 3 by 2. Okay, yeah, 1.5 and x1 is equal to 2. So this is how you can use the LLM, your foundation models of Bedrock using Langchain. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section, and meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.